Hello folks, Touch here, and I have some more Pillars of Eternity now. I'll make this brief because it's not that long of a video, which is because it's a bit of a more compressed playthrough, because, well,
Hey,
I mucked up the commentary for this because I forgot that my mic wasn't open, so it was shut off, so I was literally completely talking to myself with nobody in the video to hear anything I was saying. So I decided to just leave it at what it was
yeah.
and have you guys,
Hey,
well, watch and listen as I went through it. Now at this point, it's a
what's
lot
on
of
your mind?
dialogue. I decided to have a little chat with some of the characters, see if I can get anything out of them. Only one really opened up a bit about the whole matter, so I could narrate it, but unfortunately it's a bit difficult to do like this. So I'm just gonna leave it open and you can read the text
Yes?
yourself. I'm doing it at a pretty slow pace, so you should be able to, read it for yourself. And if not, just pause the video. And, well, I'll get back to it when more interesting stuff happens. So please read it, and if you don't, continue on if you want to hear me say what I have to say about what happened during this, well, this little playthrough that I did previously.
Hmm?
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skinning your knuckles on the wrong door.
I found out where it was. Now, as you can see, the place is pretty torn up, and it wasn't long until I found my first encounter, which was another troll. So, yeah, one of these ugly buggers. So, well, that kind of happened, you know, these things happen, so you just go with it. So, I did a lot of preparation. I should probably not have done that as much, because this is a fairly easy fight. So, I'm just out here. I'm still running with the same, I haven't changed any of the characters. I'm still playing as a Cypher. Still got the Wizard, I got the Priest, and I've got the Fighter, which is doing a pretty good job of what he does. We're all pretty much where we're supposed to be, and it's working out quite well. Now, I've still got a little bit of issue, you know, with how to play the game. I'm still wrapping my head around all these, you know, sort of conditions you can get hit by. I am not that well known with, you know, this kind of RPG, because I was never really back into these kind of games back in the 90s when I was still quite young, and even in the early 2000s when they maybe were still around. I never really wrapped my head around it much yet. I was more into simpler games back then, not these complicated ones, because I was still pretty young, and trust me, if you think I have a short attention span now, it was even less back then. Unless I really set my mind to something, which this game can actually do. So I'm just showing you how I tactically and very strategically try to take down one troll, which turned out to be pretty easy because, well, it's just one troll. I mean, there's not really much to say about that. It's just one thing. If I have trouble with one thing, I really need to up my game, because it's kind of pathetic losing to only one. So I beat it, and then I moved on. And I noticed it was called the Black Mire. Now, usually that means it's a, you know, it's a bog. But why is it black? So, you could probably get a hint a little bit at the edge of the fog of war, but as you can see, the whole place seems kind of, well, black. Now, that means it's probably been burning. So, I'll get to that later, because, well, first of all, I got another troll to deal with. Again, not a very challenging fight. Used the basic mechanic. Kept the Wizard and Priest and their abilities at a limit, because they actually have abilities that, you know, have uses per, well, how can I best say it? Not during combat, but actually per day, you could say, I guess. But more rather said per turn, in a way, because the camping is all involved in that. Now, this one was actually pretty easy and went down pretty easy. So, that was that. So, like I said, the whole place seems kind of black, like scorched, like a fire. Now, it took me a while to actually put two and two together, because I found this thing, and as it clearly indicates, that is a dragon skeleton, the skeleton of a dragon. It's not a skeleton dragon, because luckily it's not trying to chew my face off at the moment. But it took me a while, and I noticed as I was just in the small area that I explored that it was mostly in a straight line across the path, as you could for a moment see on the minimap. Now that clearly indicates that something like a fire went straight across a line there, and that means only one thing. That dragon burned the shit out of that little place. It really wasn't like mires or something, or swamps. I don't know, apparently it doesn't like nature that much. So, the whole point of coming here was because there was a quest for a guy, which was one of those avatar kind of guys, who wanted me to acquire, you know, he wanted me to get his shipment back, and it was located in the Black Mires, and I just wanted to wrap up that little job because it didn't seem like too much of a problem. So apparently it was taken by bandits, nobody else was around. So I'm guessing, well, it seemed pretty obvious. Bandits usually don't stay in swamps, not exactly what I call a hospitable area. Again, a pretty fairly easy fight, I'd say. I actually gave my characters just in case a fear protection effect, because I just didn't want to get my bum kicked by these pricks. Now they tried to go after my priest, didn't work out for him. He got fiery spikes sent through his, probably among things through his manhood. A bit unpleasant, probably like getting hemorrhoids. So I just needed to finish up this guy. Pretty easy. Boom. I mean, it's just one more dude and done. So I finally found the shipment and a tattered note. Now, this is probably mentioning to something, you know, secretly. I don't know exactly, but basically it had to be taken care of. I found the shipment, and it was time to trek back. But I was like, I could go the way back I came, you know, follow the exact way back, or I could go more to the left and do some exploration while on the way back. That's what I did, and I found, of course, this. That was, of course, 2 more trolls. As if 1 wasn't enough. So this time 2. But me, using some finally deductive tactical skills, decided to use some crowd control and put 1, you know, stuck. Which worked out quite well. Because that thing wasn't moving anytime soon. So, about time, this was taking some more time to look at all the abilities and started using them a little bit. And, well, it worked out better than expected. I mean, I was starting to finally get some grasp at the combat. Also helps, of course, that this time I had some more people with me, which definitely takes off the strain from some of the fights, because my character doesn't have a large amount of abilities, but enough to go along with the ride. You know, he needs to accumulate energy in order to use it. He luckily doesn't have that turn restriction, which definitely helps. And this last one just needed to be taken care of. Not exactly any very particularly hard job. I mean, again, the 1 troll's already gone, and I just had 1 more to take care of. And, I mean, that's not really that difficult. So, just beating the snot out of that troll until it just went, you know, face first to the ground. Boom. Done. So, then I made my way back to the forge in order to, you know, deliver the stuff. And, you know, finish the quest. Get me some experience, some money, you know, the sort of thing you do in an RPG. Big surprise there. But, you know, that's what an RPG is. That's what you do. You collect stuff. You collect stuff that make you better. You collect stuff for other people so that they get happy. So they give you stuff, usually money or other stuff. You know, better gear. You know, it's a classic thing from RPGs. It's not something that's going to, you know, disappear anytime in the near future. This is going to stick in RPGs till the end of days. I'd say till Armageddon arrives, or until people just get completely sick of it. But we're gamers. We all love getting shit. So I'm not seeing that happen anytime soon. So, yeah, it was very easy. Just, you know, get the shipment, bring it back. He asked about the people who were supposed to travel it. Could be a hint to something in secret. I'll maybe figure that out later. I don't know. We'll see. At the moment, it wasn't anything particularly special, so I just went along with it. Got what I needed. He actually gave me a shield. He said, a fine quality shield. You know what it is? It's a door. It's literally a door. It's called the larder door, and it really is shaped like a door. It's better than the current shield I had for, you know, my tanky dude, which is the blonde guy with the beard. But still, it's a door. But you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. So at this point, I just needed to wrap things up. Decided to do a little scouting to figure out where that one quest for taking down that Lord dude was, and I finally found where I needed to go thanks to the hint of the name of the area, which is Easternwood, which is pretty similar to Eastern. So, you know, using the master deductive skills I have, I found out, well, Eastern, probably the same thing. So I was like, it's probably located to the east of the town. So yeah, it was that easy. It's not exactly requires Sherlock Holmes to be called for this stuff, so that's basically what I did at this point. At this point, I was commentating about how I was just going to wrap it up, and I decided, you know, I'm here at the village, I'm at the cows, let's go chill with the cows. So that's what it is, so that's what I did. See you guys till the next one where we get some live commentary. See you till then. Bye!